Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to be bringing you a torch paste project. And we're going to be using this wooden cutting board that's also a riser from Hobby Lobby. It was originally $24.99, but I got it when it was 90% off, so it was $2.50. So not a bad deal. And it had some little round foam thingies on the bottom of the feet, but one was missing, so I took them off, and I have this piece of black foam that has sticky on one side, and we're going to make our own. So I'm just going to measure the bottom of the feet, and it's about a half of an inch, so 0.5. I'm going to go to my Cricut design space. I'm going to go to new project. When I get to the new project and it brings up the canvas, I'm going to choose the shape and the square with the round edges. And these are 2 inches by 2 inches, and I want to make it a half an inch. So I'm just going to change that 2 inch to a 0.5 inch. And then I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. So I want 4 of these. So there I have all 4. And now I'm going to go to make it. Once I go to make it, then I'm going to hit my mat and confirm. I do have a maker. And once I do that, then I need to continue. And I need to choose my foam here. So I'm just going to type in foam, F-O-A-M, and hit enter. And it's going to bring this up, and I'm going to choose craft foam. And then you want to put your deep cut cutter in, and you want to move your little star wheels out of the way. And it's just going to cut me out 4 half-inch squares with the rounded edges. Deep cut blade, that's what it is. So I have my 4 foam pieces. Now 3 of them, the backing didn't stay on it, but that's okay. I don't have to pull the backing off. And I'm just going to put them on the bottoms of my legs there. This is the only one that the backing stayed on, so I'm going to pull that off. And these stick pretty well, so I'm not going to worry about them. I'm not going to use hot glue or anything. So there they all are on the legs of my cutting board. And now I'm just going to put the handle where I want it. And then I'm going to use the stencil here from Magnolia. And it says, Peace, Love, Jesus. I've never used it before. So I'm going to take it out of the package. And I like to fold over my end there of the envelope. And that way when I go to put it back in, it's not going to give me any trouble. Because I do store my stencils in the envelope that they came in. So this just says peace, love, Jesus. I am no longer a Magnolia designer, so you would have to find one in your area or on the internet. And now I'm just going to take my stencil off. I've never used it, and I'm going to fuzz it on my fuzzing mat. So I do it about 4 times. And this is a silk screen stencil. So once I get it fuzzed, I'm going to put it on my cutting board there, my riser. And believe it or not, it was in the right place as soon as I laid it down. That never happens. So I'm just going to take my hand and burnish my stencil down onto my riser there so that it's flush with it. I'm going to take my torch paste, and I would say just Google this because that's what I did, and look for this design. It does say this is the original torch paste, and it works very well for me. And then I just have this squeegee, and you just want a small amount of torch paste. It doesn't take very much at all. Of course, this is a larger stencil, but you really don't need much torch paste at all. So I'm just getting the excess off and putting it on other parts of my stencil. Now, I have done torch paste before in some of my videos, and you can look those up if you want. Just go to the video section of my channel. So just need a little bit more torch paste to finish up here. Have you ever tried torch paste and did you like it? You do need to have a heat gun to do this. A hair dryer is not going to get hot enough. So I'm just getting off the excess, and then I'm lifting up my stencil to make sure that the torch paste got on all parts of my design, and it looks like it did. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. Now I'm pulling it slowly in case I need to put it back down and finish putting more torch paste on it, but mine was good. And then I'm just going to take it in my sink and I'm going to wash it off. And I just washed it off with a regular sponge. And then I'm going to place it on the inside of my fuzzing mat that is to dry your stencil. So I'm just going to dry my stencil. Had a little water on there, so I'm just wiping that off. And then I'm going to put it back on my backing sheet. And you do want to make sure you put it on the shiny side of the sheet. And I'm just going to show you that here in a second. That's the shiny side, and then you can see that the other side is not shiny. So you just lay your stencil back on your backing sheet. And then you can store it back in the envelope that it came in. Sometimes I do have a hard time getting it on the backing sheet correctly. So I was going to put it in my envelope there, but it kind of got a little hung up, so I just sat it on the side. But I do store them in the envelopes they come in. Going to put the lid back on my torch paste and set it aside, and then I'm going to use my heat gun, and mine has two settings. Cooler setting and the hottest setting, and you want to use the hottest setting. And this actually was my husband's heat gun, but I kind of took it from him. He doesn't use it very often. It does take a little while for it to heat up and start taking that torch paste and making it dark. So don't give up, just keep going. This is in real time. I did not speed this up or slow it down at all. I wanted you to see how long it takes for your design to come on. But once it starts turning dark, it doesn't take long at all. I guess your heat gun just has to heat up enough for it to get going. Now I am holding it pretty close to it, and you want to keep your heat gun moving. You don't want to just have it stop just in one section because it could burn the wood itself. So I just keep the heat gun moving it around. But as you can see, once one part of it starts turning dark, it doesn't take long for you to finish the rest of it. So there we can see the peace, the love, and the Jesus with the circles in between the peace and the love and the Jesus. There it is. And now we're going to work on the design itself, which has the hand with a peace sign and a heart with a dove in it, and then a cross for Jesus. And you could do this for Easter. I know Easter was this past Sunday, but I like this design all year round. So that's why I decided to put it on the cutting board there. And I'm just gonna use it as a riser. My arm was getting tired, so I had to switch to my left hand, and my left hand doesn't do things as well as my right hand, so my right hand was trying to help it out a little bit. There you can see the peace sign with the hand coming up. Like I said, once it gets started, it doesn't take too long. And this is in real time. This is actually how long it took. Again, look at that. So my arm's getting tired again. Now these heat guns get hot a lot. I mean, really, really hot. So you do want to be careful. I have burnt the carpet before. I've burnt some wood before. I've burnt my mat that you see there. I've burned a spot on it before, so you do want to be careful when you're using a heat gun. They get extremely hot. And make sure you keep your fingers, your hands, whatever, out of the way. So now it's turning the heart black. I really like this torch paste. And I have a set of cutting boards over at the house. I'll probably bring them over and use some torch paste on them too. So the heart's almost done, and then we can get started on the cross. There you can see the cross coming to life. Peace, love, and Jesus. Three things I like a lot. Peace, love, and Jesus. So just got the top part of the cross to do. Actually, I think it's done. So there it is. What do you guys think? Is this something you might try? I really like it. And here's a picture of it. And remember, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And I thank you for watching my videos, and I thank my subscribers. And if you know of anybody that would like to see these videos, feel free to share with them. Thank you so much for watching.